iconic stages with new graphics. I wouldn't mind that. I think Tekken has a lot of great stages. Like this stage is cool. They could bring this stage back. They probably would throw walls and whatnot, but this is cool. See, like some of these stages, it's hard to even imagine what it would look like in today's standard. Like it's obviously like a wallpaper back there, right? And if they remaster this, who knows how that turns out. This is cool though. I like this one. I like green, bro. I like the green and like the water and the mountains. This is fire. Mortal Kombat new stage. They're like plains, like biome stage is so beautiful. It shows how like a simple concept turns out so amazing. This is one of the best stages I've seen in a very long time. And they're just in the middle of some random little like grass field with like a sun in the background, some mountains. Crazy. The less is more to the extreme. I think Tekken could knock it out of the park. The rocks, the trees, the green. Tekken should definitely do something like this. This one would be cool. You know, on a rooftop with the city in the background. What city is this? I can't tell. I don't think it's any type of city. I think it's like just a combination of two. This kind of looked like a city, but then you have that thing right there that's like a different color. I don't know what that is. What you have to keep in mind about this one too, like look at how small these characters are. If this was Tekken 8, the character would be way up here, right? You wouldn't be able to create this much space. So this is like a difference in how the stages were done back then. It's Chicago? Okay, nice. How many of you guys played this Tekken? Is this bringing back memories for you? This was cool too. I love the idea of doing a stadium. You know, back, you know, when the Olympics was happening, I was saying they should add an Olympics stadium into the game. But I think any type of stadium would be great. We have so many great ones. Like humanity has created so many great things because these are old Tekkens. These are old Tekkens that had old ideas to work with, ideas that was new at the time. But since this game came out, there's been so many great stadiums that was created. This is probably one that you should do in Tekken 8 as well. A desert with the sun dropping. Does it turn nighttime when the sun drops? This is the thing about Tekken 8. Tekken 8 does the nighttime transition in between rounds, but I think it would be cool to do like the transition as the match goes on. Oh, this one's dope. This is one they should bring. Bro, Tekken 5 had fire stages, bro. This one is great. I think something like this should be in the Tekken 8, and they should add more neon lights. Are you guys? Well, I don't know if they should add more lights, but the light should hit harder, bro. The light should be beaming on that bad boy. This one's cool, but I don't know if it should make a return. Nah, this one's all right too, but I don't know if it should return. I don't think we need this one either. This one gives me Tekken 7 vibes. But I think someone in the chat just said this one, right? Didn't someone in the chat just say like, oh, this one's great? There's some people who's like, yeah, we need a Dragon's Nest. It's not Tekken without Dragon's Nest. Those people who say it's not Tekken without blank, those people are the worst. Because yes, it is. Yes, it is. We don't need Dragon's Nest. We don't need, you know, blank. I was going to say character name and upset everyone, but we don't need it. We don't need that garbage. Get it out of here. You know what I mean? Now, this was cool. A space station. I don't think it's necessary, though. This is such a interesting idea, though, but I don't think it's necessary. I think if they put this one in Tekken 7, or in Tekken 8, they want to be able to capture the field. All of this smoke and stuff, they want to do it. They want to do it because in Tekken 8 they don't have like smoke and wind like that. Like they have it very clean, and you kind of have to do that because, like, you know, esports and stuff. But you know, in my opinion, I think these stages, this one does really, oh, it does have, but you can barely see it. I think these stages are cool, but just sometimes, like with the current, what's called now, this one, amazing. Red sky, big moon. This is the one they should bring back right here. The 3 statues, this one is crazy. It turns green when you go that way. I don't know if it would give the same feel that Sanctum gives, though. Sanctum kind of has the same color as well to it, but I feel like this one's like, wow. Moonlight Wilderness, we don't need to say nothing about this one. Moonlight Wilderness, we don't need to say nothing about the music, nothing about the stage, nothing about the environment. Look at the okay, actually, we do need to talk about this one. First off, if this shows up in Tekken 8, it will not be an infinite stage. They will walls this off somehow, whether it be invisible walls like they do with the sand desert area, or they just put like rocks everywhere and block it off. But what you also have to, oh look, there's a rock right there. Danger, danger. But what you also have to say about this as well is the flowers. You see how the flowers come up to hip height? I miss that Tekken doesn't do that anymore. Tekken, I don't know what game they started in, but it was there in Tekken 5, it was there in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Even though it didn't come up that high, it wasn't as prominent, it was there. And Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 doesn't do that. They don't have these particles that like reach up very, very high. It just added so much more variety to the game, and it just like made this it made the stages feel more a part of the game. Like this Mortal Kombat, what's it called, that we're just looking at, did it too. Like this is all you need, right? They didn't make it come all the way high up, but they could have it come up to the shins, to the calf. This adds so much more to the stages, and I think Tekken should tap into that. This Mortal Kombat stage would be nothing without this grass coming up, and like, cause it blends. Think about this. This is a 2D environment, and it looks 3D because the grass comes up to the legs and it blends so well into the back. With Tekken, you know, it's a 3D environment, but the stages, not all the stages, but like the stages that like has this nature feel to it, you lose that. Like this stage, it's a clear distinction in the playable floor area and the background. I think that Tekken doesn't do a good job of like blending the floor and the background or the walls with nature stages. They do a good job with stages that's like in cities and whatnot, but you know, this one, like you could just look at it and immediately tell right there is where the wall is at. You know, you could see it perfectly clear, and they should blend that a little bit more. Okay, now this stage is cool too, but I don't know if this one should return. I don't know if they should bring this one back. It's a cool, okay, one thing that you do got to talk about with this stage is the coin sound. I'm gonna turn it up so you guys can hear the coin. Oh, you know what I also want to show you guys as well, because this is the thing about Tekken. Tekken is updating the stages. You see how the water is coming up with her? Look at that. It comes all the way up with her leg. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Advanced frame. Oh, yeah. You see that? That wasn't there before. You see that? Nah, that's crazy. Wow. It's different too. It's not, they're not reusing the same splash animation. She brought up less water with her foot than the goop that she brought up on the other stage. All right. We got to talk about the little creatures. They kind of do this on the one stage with the llamas, but they need more of this, bro. This is the fire stage. Oh, did you see the little wiggle? Look at the look at this. Oh my God, he did a little wiggle. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, see this one, they got to bring this one back. But once again, you got to talk about them adding walls to stages that didn't have walls. They probably would wall that off and it would look horrible. See, I get the infinite stages. They put that in the game because they don't want people to backdash forever. But like Tekken had a type of beauty with it, with having some stages be infinite. They got to allow some stages to be infinite because they could do way better things with the scenery. There is no ending. You know how the other stage we were able to tell the ending? You can't really, like, it's infinite. You lose so much with like removing infinites from the game. And the fact that Tekken is one of the only fighting games to have infinites says something as well. Like Street Fighter, you reach walls. Mortal Kombat, you reach walls. What other fighting game has infinite stages besides Tekken? And the fact that Tekken is like moving away from that idea, bro, it's crazy. We can't allow it, bro. We got to fight back. And not even in the balancing sense. We just got to fight back in terms of like variety and like, you know, uniqueness. They need to put at least one infinite stage in Tekken 8. At least one, bro. It's unacceptable. Like, it's crazy. They're the only ones. And they're trying to get rid of it because of like Arslan and Ash got great backdashing skills. Not a good enough reason. This one probably could come back. This one's okay. I like the flowers, but they got to do the flowers and stuff exactly the same. They got to do it exactly the same. No cheaping out whatsoever, bro. Let me turn it up so you can hear the music. That was good. I like this one. This one, okay, you guys gotta let me know whether or not you think this one should come back. Me personally, I'm good. It's cool, like the car swinging back there, the speakers. This gives me like Def Jam Vendetta vibes. I don't think it should return. I think they should do another airport stage, but this time inside. Like, you see the glass right there? They should do an airport stage, but inside the glass. It depends if you have planes taking off and landing. Like, all of these planes are stagnant, right? If you had planes like in the background driving and taking off and landing, now that would be unmatched. But if they're just going to be sitting here stagnant, I think it would be better to do it inside and have a glass view outside. Nah, this one's cool. This one's all right. I think this is Tekken 4 versions of the arena, which we kind of already have in Tekken 8. a beach stage, which we kind of already have. This one's dope though. This is probably one of the best beach stages in my opinion. Oh, you could get in the water too. You can really get in the water. So both of our ankles is in the water. So I'm gonna push this Reina. So look at the top of our heads. You can barely see it, but the Reina on player 2 side is taller than me. That's just like a small detail that I don't think people notice, because people talk about uneven surfaces in Tekken 4 or whatnot, but here's a version of that Tekken has done. Can you break the glass and go down to the bottom? If so, that's fire. I don't know if you can though. This one's cool though. I wouldn't mind this one coming back. The statues, the lights, the nighttime, the glass floor. This one's very unique in its approach. Oh, a helicopter back there. Yeah, this one's cool. This one could definitely make a return. I like this one a lot. Oh, look at this one. Look at the smoke. This is how Rebel Hangar should be. Rebel Hangar should be just like this with the smoke. Imagine a stage underneath the indoor roller coaster, and when you hear the cart go by, you hear the people, they got ideas. This is why I'd be so angry at Street Fighter doing all these back alley dirt stages, because they could cook. They could cook an indoor roller coaster and you fight under the roller coaster and you hear the people scream as they go by. They got some great malls. Like this is a cool, like on an ice skating ring you fight and then this is the stage. That's banger right there. That's all you need. Oh yeah, and an aquarium as well. You can also talk about them doing like an aquarium type of stage. That'd be fire. Like we all highlight how we want the mall stage to come back, and I would be very disappointed if they just recreated this. Like this stage is legendary, don't get me wrong, it's great for its time, but what I try to highlight is how, like, so if they ever did a mall stage, I just would want them to not fully recreate this, but like, you know, just recreate the spirit of the mall, you know, and don't recreate this stage in particular. But this stage is cool though. This stage is kind of awesome. If they did just go ahead and just recreate this, they probably could do a great job with it too though. Just with it, because this stage is amazing, like already. Go to the Shijinku stage. It's also fire. Is that it, Tekken 4? If it's in Tekken 4, we'll find. Oh, this one. Yeah. I think this is what you were just talking about. Yeah, the Shijinku stage. This kind of gives the New York stage vibes. So for those of you who don't know what this is basically like one of the most popular places in Japan, like in terms of like city type of thing. Before I found out that this stage was in the game, I was saying that they should add this stage. But now that I know it's in Tekken 4, they probably could come with a better idea. Not a better idea, but just like a different idea. When you talk about getting new ideas, there's a lot of great places all over Japan, and you know, them being Japanese, they can show us something we never seen before. They can show us like some spot that's like super underrated, you know. So this stage is excellent, but I think that, you know, been there, done that. If they want to do something in Japan, show us something we never seen before, highlight another great part of Japan, you know, in my opinion. I wish this game panned out, you know. Like I always bring up the sales of this game and how this game performed horribly, because that's just what it just is true. But I wish that wasn't the case. I wish that this game did well, because I think they have some ideas here that's great.